Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let's learn about how to write a report using a fact file about a country. So, as you can see on my screen, I have a fact file about Turkey. Now, fact means all the relevant details that are required to be there in that particular report. So, whatever is given in the fact file, you have to ensure that you have to include all those points in your report. In my previous videos, I have talked about the criteria of the report writing. Please, you can refer to those videos. So, let's see how to transform all these facts into proper paragraphs. So, as report writing presents information in the form of paragraphs, so we have to ensure that we have to convert all these points into proper paragraphs. So, there will be how many paragraphs? There will be at least three paragraphs. In each paragraph, we have to ensure that we have to include the same kind of information. We cannot um, include the other details in the introductory paragraph, or we cannot include the points that we have to include in the first paragraph in the last paragraph. This is something very important that you have to ensure. Now let's go to the fact file. As you can see, country name has been given, continent, capital city, population, official language, currency. Interesting fact number 1 about food. Interesting fact number 2 about place. Interesting fact about animal. And then the last one, culture and tradition. Now all these points, all these facts have been given. Now let's see how we can convert all these facts into proper paragraphs to make a good report. First, what you have to do is you have to mention the title, then the introductory paragraph, then the body, then the conclusion. Now what happens that the students or the people who write down the report, they get confused that how many lines should be there in a paragraph. It doesn't matter that how many lines you have to write down. It depends on the points, it depends on the marks, it depends on the criteria, it depends on the topic. But right now, the paragraphs depend on the given fact file. All these points that have been given, we have to arrange them into three paragraphs. So that means we cannot increase the number of lines in any paragraph. So we have to first look at the fact file, and then we will pick the points from the fact file to make a good paragraph. Now I am sharing a sample report on the basis of the given fact file. So let's see which points have been written in the first paragraph, which points have been written in the second paragraph, and which points have been written in the third paragraph. Before starting that, please remember that the points or the facts related to the country, the name should be there, capital city, geographic location, rivers, landforms, such kind of information can be written in the first paragraph because it's related to the geography. Then the details, then other interesting facts can be written in the second paragraph. And last but not the least, we can arrange the conclusion, or we can write down two liner about what we learned about that particular report, or what was special about that country. So let's look at the sample first, and then you will see how we have arranged all these facts into proper paragraphs. On the top, we have given the heading. Without heading, please remember you must not start any genre. So the heading is a report on Turkey. Now let's move to the first paragraph. Turkey is located on two continents, both Asia and Europe. The capital city of Turkey is Ankara. Many people live in Turkey, about 85 million. The official language spoken there is Turkish, and their money is called the Turkish lira. So we have arranged all the basic points related to that country in the first paragraphs, and you can see there are almost three lines in the first paragraphs. Once again, I want to mention it here that the number of lines depend on the given facts. So if there will be more information related to the first paragraph, the basic of any country or the basic information, then you can include that information in the first paragraph. So the number of lines depend on the given information. Let's move to the second paragraph. Turkey is famous for its delicious food. Now, the interesting details have been mentioned here, like tasty kebabs and sweet baklava. There's also a very big and beautiful city called Istanbul with amazing buildings. Did you know that fluffy Turkish Angora cats come from Turkey? Now, this statement has been written in the form of a question that looks really impressive and interesting. People in Turkey also really enjoy drinking warm Turkish tea. So, you can see in the second paragraph, all the interesting facts have been mentioned. Now let's move to the third paragraph. What, and before moving on to the third paragraph, what if there were more details? Then it means you were supposed to write down the rest of the details in the third paragraph, and then the conclusion would have been the last paragraph. Now, as the fact file has been almost covered now let's move to the third paragraph. I learned so many cool things about Turkey, from its unique location to its yummy food and beautiful cats. It's a truly interesting country. Now, this has been the conclusion, the ending lines. This is how we convert the fact file into a proper report. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Uh, Please do mention in the comments that have you ever written any such reports where the fact file was given and you converted those facts into a proper report? If yes, please do mention in the comments. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye bye.